Several samples have been made of this pattern leading up to its release. So I have lots of things to say about it. This pattern was designed to style with our willow skirt pattern, but overall it's a really versatile piece that you can style throughout all seasons and all occasions. It's sleeveless, collarless, has buttons down the center front, bust darts for shaping, welt pockets a little below the bust line. It's constructed with a back yoke, and it has a box pleat at the center back below that yoke, which allows the hemline to flare out a little bit so you get a slight A-line silhouette. The top was designed to fit comfortably at the bust and flare out slightly towards the hemline, and the ideal length falls about 1 to 2 inches below the natural waistline. If I'm wearing this top with pants or maybe the willow skirt, which also has a waistband, I like the hemline of the top to just cover that waistband. This pattern fits a size extra small to 5X, and that's a finished bust measurement, range from 34 inches to 66 inches. Print formats come in US letter, A4, and A0. And the good news with the A0 format is you only have to print 1 page. The basic sewing tools are pretty much all you'll need here. In terms of fabrics, any light to medium weight fabric that can withstand the buttons along the center front will work. If you're gonna go for something a little lighter weight, think shirtings, like poplin or a cotton Oxford, things like that. Denims and twills and gabardines work really well. Chambrays as well. We're going for a bigger button here. That's how it was originally designed. Anything between a 34 to 36 line button. Some of the testers opted to go for a smaller button, more like 34. I've used both. I like both. It's really up to you. Don't go too small though, because this is a pretty wide placket and you don't want a button that's too small on a wide placket like that. So these are all the samples that I've made from first pattern draft to photo shoot to final sew along sample. This is a lighter weight version. This is just a really basic shirting, white cotton shirting fabric. It's really great for summer. It's lightweight, it's easy, it's versatile. I've worn this and like it a lot. This is my other white version, which is a heavier weight. It's an 8-ounce weave. There's definitely more structure to it. I think it would be great in the cooler months to wear with long sleeves underneath. This is a 10-ounce twill. You can see this being worn by Alex, and this one definitely has a lot of structure, and this is really what I imagined when I was designing this pattern. This is the kind of fabric that I was imagining it being made in. This would definitely be the heaviest that I would go. This is a lighter weight option. You can see this being worn by Tradina. It definitely has a lot more drape to it than a cotton twill would. You could get creative with the buttons and do something a little less casual and dress it up a little bit. This is a really lightweight 4-ounce twill. Another great warmer weather option. One thing to keep in mind is if you're going to use a thicker fabric, there are going to be these areas that get really thick and there's a lot of bulk. I do give some guidance in trimming some of that out as you're in the sew along, so that's helpful, but you know, it is something to keep in mind if you're tempting yourself with something heavier like a 10-ounce. This last version is a version seen here on Abby, and I think this is a pattern hack that we'll offer up in the near future. As you can see, there are no buttons along the center front here. When I wanted to do a matching set, a pattern fabric in this top matched with the same pattern fabric in the willow skirt, but then I was realizing this cotton lawn here is really lightweight and it really wasn't going to work very well with the center front buttons. So I decided to eliminate the opening along the center front and instead move them to one of the shoulders. So keep a lookout for a pattern hack for this version. It's a great way to keep using your pattern if you've already made one or multiple Elova tops as is. You can keep using that pattern and feel like you're getting more out of it. We give a little guidance in the instructions about adjusting the length, which is one of the adjustments we usually add in our instructions. We also give a little guidance on moving the bust dart up and down to accommodate for any and all bust points. And I want to give a little more information on the construction process of this pattern. The extension along the center front fold to create an interface front placket, which can accommodate between 4 and 5 buttons depending on your height. There's this little notch out here towards the hem, which helps to cut out some of the bulk there and create just a nicer finish. There are front neckline facings, which meet a back yoke with 2 layers, and that's where the back bodice comes out of as well, which is also where the box pleat begins. And that box pleat is there to help give the garment its silhouette. Armholes are finished with bias binding. We have 2 sets of directions for the welt pockets. One is a standard set of instructions, which are in our written instructions and the sew along, And there's also a bonus video tutorial that will help guide you to add French seams in your welt pockets, making it an even nicer finish matching the French seams in the side seam. Now the French seam welt pockets are just in video form. They're not in the written instructions. It is linked in the sew along, and the sew along is linked in the PDF instructions. So you'll be able to get to everything, and you can view it all even before you buy the pattern, because it's all on our YouTube page. I'll be sure to pull out some of the highlights from the sewing steps and share them in shorter videos so you can see what to expect when you're making this pattern. There are several approaches to sewing welt pockets. A lot of the tester feedback really appreciated this approach, so if you've already sewn welt pockets, you might have a different approach to doing it. This is our approach. We had a lot of great feedback from the tester pool about the process. There were plenty of people who had never even sewn a welt pocket and they really enjoyed it. Those who had sewn a welt pocket but had never put French seams in a welt pocket really enjoyed that bonus video. So if you're nervous about sewing welt pockets, this is a great moment to give it a shot. Always test it out first on a scrap piece of fabric. Don't try it right out of the gate on your final fabric. The neckline that leads into the back yoke is the same process that we used with the choice pattern, which is a pattern we designed in collaboration with Abigail Glom-Lothbury. So if you've already made the choice pattern, it isn't anything new, you'll be an old pro at it. Thank you to all the testers that put the time in to make the pattern even better. You can find this pattern at openstudiopatterns.com. Subscribe to our social media and our newsletter to keep learning more about this pattern and others. And you can search the hashtag Elova top to see what everyone else has made with this pattern.